Bonjour, Dr. Edward from Montreal with the Gnosis of Life series. This piece is on karma, instant or not. Karma exists whether we like it or not. Most people don't, and that includes many of the so-called ones that claim to be awakened, conscious, etc. It is one of those cosmic laws like gravity that helps things work, keeps things in motion, and more so, keeps us from creating total chaos. Sometimes it is instant, like when we tried to kick the dog but hurt ourselves instead. We may try to say that we hurt ourselves because we missed, were too much in a hurry. Karma would say, hey, wait a minute, what makes you the judge of whether the dog gets kicked or not? Besides, if we allowed you to kick it, for which there is never a reason to do so, the dog would have bitten you and made a mess of your foot. Karma itself is as much a mystery law that most do not like to contemplate, just as reincarnation is. By not believing in karma, we don't have to think about any reaction or consequence to our actions. Add on to that not believing in reincarnation, and we don't have to worry about somebody getting us back in kind next life or in the future. All of which makes for great support in a dog-eat-dog world where the strongest survive. So respect and kindness can be disposed of while narcissism reigns as king. But what if karma really exists, as those of us know that it does, as well as reincarnation, as those of us know, having been here before and done that? If a law of balance requires things to be balanced, or else we end up creating chaos and blowing things up, then somehow what we mess up, we have to fix and clean up. This is what karma is all about. Reincarnation is a part of that, but more in the style of our soul is pure energy that can either be created or destroyed, only transformed, which means we can, have, do, and likely will come back, maybe as an animal or a vegetable. Talk about eat or be eaten. When we wake up to ourselves and realize the karmic issue, we start to look at life in a more respectful way. We stop taking Mother Earth and her resources for granted. The same and more so in reincarnation. We realize that just maybe the not so good things we do in this life will have to be dealt with in the next one. So if you kill me in this life, then I get to kill you in the next one, or transmute a higher law next life to help us both deal with it. If you scratch my back in this life and I don't get a chance to repay you in the here and now, the next life you will be able to be on the receiving end of a likewise service. Not that we are supposed to live life just so that we can collect IOUs, but so that we can have more respect and thus more in common with those of like minds. This is how we find our kindred spirits that most of us have heard of, but so few of us have actually met. Think again. You will likely see that you have in fact met many kindred spirits in this life. In order to get a good handle on karma, we suggest reading any of the books by Edgar Cayce, as well as those by Samael and Vial. For some fun stuff, go to Matrix Astrology, or a past life karmic astral report. In awakening to these issues, you will find that helping yourself deal with the present pandemic humanity is dealing with, and that is that of narcissism. Please remember, we are a soul in a human suit. There is a higher power that connects us all. The egos are the issue we all face, but by requiting Om's love, we learn to love correctly and be all that we can be. Thanks for your interest in your Gnostic, aka true self.